Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Deadly. So, this week the developers created another spreadsheet outlining the changes to ammo in the upcoming patch 0.8.0, and today we're going to dive into some of the notable changes. First off, included in the spreadsheet was a fragmentation chance percentage. Each round now has a chance to do bonus damage and fragment into other limbs. There will also be additional values that have effects on each round that are currently not displayed but will be added at a later date. I've also included a link to the developer spreadsheet outlining all the changes that have been made for patch 0.8.0 in the description box below. I've also included a spreadsheet that showcases the exact changes in damage and penetration for every round in the game, so you can see if your favorite ammo has been nerfed or buffed. Again, all ammo statistics are subject to change and usually do from patch to patch, so if you're watching this in the future, probably stop now and go back to my channel and look for the most up-to-date video. With that being said, let's talk about some of the biggest changes made to the ammo statistics. 308 has experienced the largest fluctuations with the ammunition changes. M80 received a substantial change to its armor penetration value, going from 36 to 78 for a total change of 42 points. It also received a small damage boost of 3 from 65 to 68. To me, this change doesn't make much logical sense, but it makes the M80 round the best round in the game, hands down, and nothing comes remotely close. So the Remington SAS is going to be a savage with these rounds, and it also is going to make the DVL Saboteur and the DVL regular sniper rifle go toe-to-toe with the SV98. And for you Escape from Tarkov snipers out there, you know that the SV98 with 7N1 rounds in patch 0.7.9 is the current king of snipers, at least for bolt actions. Now, the M61 armor-piercing 308 round actually lost 5 points of pen, but received a damage buff of 8. Even with the damage increase, this round will now be obsolete by the M80 round and doesn't have much use in 0.8.0. M62 still has the highest damage for 308, but only by 1. Like M80, however, it received a massive penetration bonus from going from 32 to 54 for a total change of 22 points. Moving on, let's talk about the 7.62x54 round, and it received some love as well. All rounds received an armor penetration buff, which should allow snipers to score more kills. The largest change here has to be the SNB round, going from 44 to 70 pen value for a total change of 26 points. It did, however, sacrifice 5 damage, making the round similar to the old M61. Don't expect to get one-shots unless they're to the head with the SNBs. LPS, which used to be the highest damage round with lower AP, received a pen buff from 37 to 55. It also sacrificed a few damage points, but still maintains high damage at 68. 7N1, which is currently my favorite sniper round in the game, received a overall buff of 5 pen value. However, with these changes, I believe LPS will become the round of choice for SV98 players. Alright, let's move on to the other rifle calibers. I won't be covering each one, but I'm going to be mentioning some of the notable changes for the more popular ammunition choices. Let's start off with M995, which is currently the round of choice for M4 players. It received a damage nerf from 45 to 38, but gained 20 penetration value. This choice makes sense. The highest AP rounds in the game have to sacrifice some damage for penetrating their armor. It just makes sense. The Mark 255, which remained a viable option in 0.7.9, received another blow to its armor pen value by 10 points. It now has pistol caliber AP value, eliminating the round for the meta completely. The M856A1 and the M855A1 received a damage and penetration buff. The 545 BP, BS, BT, PP, PS, and FMJ all received a large penetration buff but sacrificed some damage along the way. 545 BS will still be the best round for the AK-74, followed closely by BP and BT. PP and PS, although they received a few minor changes and buffs, will still be disputed as the best early game rounds. 12 gauge buckshot received a damage buff, and 12 gauge slugs received a penetration buff, sacrificing nothing in return. The 20 gauge remains unchanged. 3.66 rounds have gone unchanged. 9x18 rounds, all of them have gone unchanged. 7.60x25 received a few changes, but most notably the PST GZH received an additional penetration bonus of 5, pushing its pen value up to 19. It should be good enough to go through P.A.K.A., 3M, Colpax, and possibly Kiffer helmets, but you'll have a better opportunity than you did in the past. There's been some slight changes to the 9x21 rounds. SP13, which is the armor-piercing shrimp round, received a pen buff and lost a little bit of damage. The SP12, which is the shrimp damage round, received a damage buff, but lost some penetration. The AS Val and VSS fans are going to be really happy because both of these rounds received a damage and a penetration buff. This, combined with a 30-round magazine coming soon, is going to make for a deadly combination. There are many more minor changes. If you're interested in seeing all of them, I recommend going to my spreadsheet listed in the description box below. So overall, I'm really happy with these changes, minus the M80 rounds. It just doesn't really make sense that the standard ammunition will outpace the armor-piercing rounds with its penetration rating. So I recommend that the devs change that back. M61 should always have the highest AP with moderate damage. M80 should be the balanced round, not necessarily the best round at both the damage and basically armor pen. I mean, it's not technically the best in damage, but it's so close that it's negligible. It is just on par with the best 308 damage round. We're gonna have to really test the effectiveness of the fragmentation rounds. Those highest frag rounds, of course, do the lowest AP, so you know what that means. They're built for arm and leg meta. Slugs have a 100% chance to frag. 5.56 HP do really high damage with a 70% chance to frag, so M4 to the legs might become an interesting weapon choice. 5.45 SP rounds do a 45% chance to frag with high damage similar to the 5.56, but the damage between these two rounds they're almost the same, so if you're trying to use like a fragmentation meta, you're gonna have to go with the 5.56 HP. Fragmentation will be one of those things that I'll be testing when the patch goes live, and I think might be a possibility that these high damage rounds will be valued for their armor and leg bonus damage, but we'll have to compare the time to kill to standard rounds going up against armor with chest shots and headshots. Who knows, it might be pretty close. Well guys, this is the end of the video, so let me know what you guys have to say about these ammunition changes in the comment section below. As always, I am always eager to hear what you guys have to say. If you are new to the channel, subscribe for more Escape from Tarkov and other survival shooters, and hopefully we'll get our hands on 0.8.0 sometime soon.